Nolan, young guy, you're still 24 years old. During the run that you had last year, were you going, man, I didn't even know I was this good?
Yeah. There were times where I was like, man, I can't believe this is happening. But, I put the work in, and I was really confident going into that year. And when the good things were happening, I won't say I expected them, but I was ready for the situations that came up. And fortunately enough, I had my teammates get on base for me and, give me the situation to drive them in. But, I feel like I was always prepared, and that helped me out.
The season's over. You look at 130 runs batted in. Did you ever think that you could drive in that many runs?
Man, that's a lot.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking 130 runs. I knew I could be a run producer, and when in clutch situations, I always felt like I could do it. I love being in those situations, and 130 it's pretty cool saying it, but like I said, a lot of credit goes to my teammates. They got on base. There's a lot of times that I got a man on third and second with like no outs, and I don't know if you guys know, but as a hitter, you know that you get to feel relaxed and feel like, well, you're a pitcher, so I mean, you probably felt.
I wouldn't like facing you. That wouldn't be a lot of fun.
No.
But there's two sides of you. You're looked at right now. You're the best defensive third baseman in the game of baseball. Have you always been a great defender?
I felt like I always had hands. But I had slow feet. In the minors, I was a little overweight, and I didn't move really well at third base. I felt like my hands were always good, but my feet weren't right. And in high A is when I really made a change with my feet with Modesto, Jerry Weinstein, and the off season. I got in shape, and we really worked on my feet, and it helped me out.
Why were you overweight? Like, what was going on? Too much pizza?
Yeah, my first off season, probably just eating bad. I wasn't really taking. In high school, I never really trained hard. I never really thought about it. I always just play baseball all the time and stuff. So, yeah, probably just ate bad. My first off season where I didn't have to go to school and stuff, I was probably throwing off and eating that in and out.
That's what I live on right now.
Yeah. Right. It's not good. So, what were you more proud of last year? Your offensive numbers, or the way you played defense at third base?
Well, it was nice to show that I could, handle the bat. I feel like a lot of critics were on me about that, and I feel like I had something to prove, and that was something I felt like I wanted to prove that I could compete with the bat, and I feel like I did it. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm happy with either or. I mean, defense is always nice to be consistent, and that's what I've been lately, and that's what I just try to do every day.
Is it as difficult as people say to play in that high altitude at Coors Field?
Well, obviously it's nice to hit there and it's nice to play there, and the fans are great, but, I think I'll wake up a little bit more sore than other people, you know what I mean? I think it kind of hurts a little bit sometimes waking up in the morning.
What do you do to combat that?
Well, get to the field early and do whatever you got to do, get in the hot bath and recover, do anything to make your body feel right, and it's not easy, that's for sure, and I think as the older you get, that's why you see, like, guys have gotten hurt, but, you just got to take care of your body, you got to eat right, get your sleep, and, you got to battle with it.
When you walk up to the mound, there's another pitching change. What do you say to the poor pitcher from your squad that has to go toe the slab at Coors Field? Like, that is a tough job. He wakes up with cold sweats thinking about pitching at Coors Field.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy for our pitchers. It's not an easy thing to do. We all know that. We all know it's a hitter's park, and I think a lot of people think it's home runs. It's not really that. It's more of the bloopers that shouldn't be dropping in. Because the outfield's so big, and it stinks when you do a good pitch and then they get the blooper or the jam shot that shouldn't be a hit. But it's something we have to deal with. It is what it is. You got to deal with it. And our pitchers, their mindset now this year is a little bit different than it was last year.
And this is a tough division. You look at the starting pitching with the Dodgers and the Giants and the Diamondbacks now with Zach Greinke. There are some of the game's best starting pitchers. So you're facing some pretty good pitching day in and day out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy facing these guys, but it's fun. It's competitive, and that's what you want. You want to face the best, and I have a lot of respect for all those guys that are going to be pitching against us, but hopefully our guys that no one has seen in a long time will come out and do a good job also.
And hopefully you'll go over to third base and show Dan a few of your magical tricks with the glove, because you are the best right now.
Yeah,
Vinny Castilla told me.
Vinny
Castilla told me. He told me, I didn't get a chance to watch Brooks Robinson play third base, but I believe, this is from Vinny Castilla, the greatest to ever play the position. You're 24 years old.
Yeah.
Vinny Castilla saying that about you.
No, that's pretty cool, man. That's my boy, man. I love him. I talk to him all the time about the game, and that's pretty special.